My heart belongs to a place on the same land I stand now, yet so far off I almost consider it to be another world. But when I am there, I could be forgiven for thinking that same thought. The space is vast, stretching further than I can possibly imagine. Surrounded by giant mountains and swooping down to a beach so perfect, sometimes I blink twice to make sure it is real. The house sits on a hill overlooking the beach. It has purple slates and white walls, large windows and a steep drive. The biggest windows face the beach, framing the small island and catching the evening light. The interior is minimalist and mainly wooden and holds a musty smell that stays on your clothes. I find it comforting. At night you can hear the wind howling through the roof. It helps me sleep. The garden is mainly barren but full of small birds fighting over the feeders. I could watch them for hours. This house is safe. Its walls wrap around me like a cocoon, lulls me into serenity. You don't need anything else. It's all here. On the surrounding land, other houses are dotted around, sorted into crofts. Like years before, this place still holds on to its history. Most are holiday retreats now, and yet when I'm there, I rarely catch sight of anyone. Each croft owner has their own story that everyone else knows about. People come and go, trying to plant roots, build new houses but never quite succeed. They don't have the care, the drive to nurture the build. Like a plant, you need to give it constant attention, give it all your energy or it'll wilt and die. The houses that are here have been for many years. They have established their roots. They've been moulded by the weather, adapted over time, and now stand proud in their croft. The land that isn't built on is home to the livestock. Cows, sheep, one lonely alpaca. Sometimes they make their way onto the beach through the macker, the stretch of land next to the dunes. In the summer it is full of wildflowers and colourful shelled snails. The dune grass pricks your legs and sways in the wind, never to be broken. From there the dunes cast you down onto the white sands of the beach. Rocks of burnt orange, pink and black cage you in on each side. They form small coves of their own, providing shelter from the wind or a place to change into your swimming gear. The water is shades of tropical green and blue, and on the right day forms foamy waves that crash onto the sand, bringing up tangled seaweed and broken shells. The island is the main feature of this hidden gem, pushed out into the sea like a lion waiting to pounce. The waves crash up against it, and yet it is never changed. You can explore its grassy terrain if you're willing to scramble over rocks slick with seaweed and pools full of life. But the journey must be timed with the moving tide, as before long the waves push in again and you will be cut off from the mainland. If you make it to the edge, beware of the sudden drop of the red cliffs, a cemetery of once connected rocks fallen under the waves' pressure. Look out to the horizon. You will see the passing of ships and the bird island of Handa. You will feel like you're at the end of the earth, a feeling so isolating yet one I can't get enough of. It feels like home. But not just in a comforting way. It actually feels like when I'm in my house, in my village. Forests may be swapped for seas and waves tower over you instead of trees, but the feeling is the exact same. The feeling of freedom, the feeling of being yourself. The feeling of walking out of your door and instantly being welcomed in by nature. The birds are the same, the wind being the only sound you hear is the same. The feeling of being wrapped up in love and security, shielded from the rest of the world, is the same. It's the only other place I associate my family with. The only place where things have changed yet feel the exact same as when I was young. The only other place where the memories I share with it go on for years and years. When I'm away from it, I yearn to be back, and when I'm there, I never want to leave. I leave my heart there when it's time to go. I know it'll be in good hands. The weather will shape it, the land protect it. My home from home, my shelter, my serenity, my Oldshoremore.